All right, guys, just getting in here doing a little session. Yeah, man, I'm trying to finish this up today. Haven't done the barbarian brunch in a while. Just waiting to kind of gather some more information. Been getting new schedules and a lot of things have been happening, so it's kind of hard to actually schedule anything anymore. So yeah, I don't really know, but we'll do another one of those shows once I get things nice and scheduled up better, planned out. But this is so much fun. I like to draw. Let's see here. Okay, so we got that. All right. There we go. All right, looks like this pin's finally taking a turn for the worst. Retire that one. Got my other pins. I don't know where I put them at. Let's see. This is the newer one right here. Nope, it's not. It's over there. Okay, we'll just use this one for now. Working on the toes now. Almost time for some coffee. Coffee's good. I guess the movie, I don't know how the movies did yesterday, but I think it probably bombed. It bombed on Monday. So But looks like they're not really concerned about that. They're more concerned about merchandise. That's kind of what Amazon does, I guess. The movie came out good, though. I want to go see it again. All right. Hey, what's up, Willie? How you doing? I'm gonna go grab my coffee real quick. Yeah, I wanted to do a little draw stream this morning, but do a little bit of overtime today. You guys know how that is. I'm sure. Some fresh brewed coffee. Start working on He-Man a bit here. Hey, what's up, Lek? Thanks for stopping by. Hardcore. Third cup priming the pump. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. I just made some right now. It's called Big Wave. I don't know if it's from Australia or what, but I've been coming up with a lot of ideas for kind of Australian stuff for my book. Let's see here. I find it kind of fascinating and somewhat of an underutilized place and also source of inspiration. Seems like it's like one of those frontiers that no one really talks about, you know. They're like the final frontier is the ocean. I'm like, what about Australia, man? That place is pretty massive. What about the outback? See, do you Vegemite? That's Aussie, and my dad used to force it on morning toast growing up. No, I don't. I've been doing a lot of green tea lately. Green tea and then just coffee. Was gonna do like a later stream tonight, but I just get so tired. I want to watch Terrifier 3. I don't know if you guys are into horror. Let's see here. You aren't missing anything. It's not for everyone, but Dynamite for B group vitamins. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah. Trying to think of what I'm going to draw after this picture. Yeah, I think I kind of want to do some horror stuff. Because I've been doing so much Masters of the Universe and it's getting kind of tired, so got time to switch it up now. I was thinking about making some prints eventually one day. Some cool, like some of these battles, I think some people might be down. And then I want to eventually start selling all this artwork on my website. I might even do bids and stuff like that on eBay. But once a year, I dip into the jar. It takes about a year to forget what it tastes like, so you try it again. That's cool, man. Vast areas of inhospitable terrain, even for First Nations people, gave it a mass swerve. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's kind of like that other place. Was it the Amazon? Nobody wants to really go in there. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Let's see here. Trying to speed up my style a little bit too. It's kind of hard. Constant learning and forgetting and relearning and trying new things. The entire middle part of the country you aren't allowed into without written government permission. There's probably some crazy military stuff and abos that have never seen civilization. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There has to be at least one tribe out there that has it. It's so big, man. Vegemite is best on grilled cheese toasty, huh? I like yeah, I had some chicken quesadillas today with bell peppers. They were kind of like quesadilla fajitas, if you will. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Went to the comic book store. I picked up the new Conan right now. Conan and Dragon Nero #2. Probably read that later on today. Maybe do a little review of that. So you're going to grab a. Let's see here. Come over in the winter. There's no flies in. The one thing that I never tell you about is the goddamn flies all over the time. Come over in the winter. There's no flies in. No, I know you guys got the most metal fucking insects out there and just monsters. That's why I think it'd be a perfect place for sword and sorcery. You know. Shit, if I lived over there, I'd be just getting all kinds of inspiration. Going to grab let's see here, C&D next week when I pop, and for the Cyber Sword of Conan, Assad Rubik is back for covers, and there's a wraparound I want. I'm a citizen, I know. You're an Aussie, mate. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd probably do a bunch of sword and sorcery prints, maybe like t-shirts. Probably just some like original character stuff, you know, that way I don't have to worry about getting sued. People are like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's a character I got coming out, you know? Oh, maybe it looks cool or something. That looks cool on a shirt, or I don't know. Always trying to get out there. So I live in Canada, but go back to visit family on the reg. Go Bombers. Oh, that's cool. I've seen the Masters of the Universe comic today too. I almost picked it up. It's the whole like it starts. I don't know, man. Like it starts with the end of the beginning of the movie where Skeletor's taking everything out, and it doesn't have He-Man in it. It's like Man at Arms, pretty much what happened to him. It's his story, kind of. He's fighting like Goat Man a lot. Like, oh, this looks kind of interesting. 20 years of just kind of Skeletor going around fucking everybody up. But I didn't pick it up though. I thought about it though. I definitely thumbed through it. If you guys go down there, check it out. Yeah. Picked up the free comic book day Masters pull. It was okay, but yeah. I think you kind of need like a He-Man that's like a little more adult, if that makes sense. I think that would be kind of cool, no? Where it's kind of like Conan, but like he's a little more powerful. No one's really done that. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. They made He-Man a runt in this movie, dude. And then Tila, she was all tall when she was a kid, and He-Man was all, you all liked her, you know. He's trying to get at her when he became He-Man, and she was like, "No, we're good friends, like best friends, like you're like my brother, right?" He's like, "Yeah, brother, yeah, sure, yeah." Let's see, the interwebs gods are angry. Better sacrifice some Latina to oppress them. Is that what it is? Lantana. I said Latina. Man, that coffee's decent. A lot of the coffee I buy, like it you know, when you get into it, it tastes pretty good, and then like about like halfway through the batch, like probably like a week or two in, it starts tasting like ass. But I've been grinding my beans up at Winco. It's a store that we got out here in the States called Winco. It's employee owned. It's open 24 hours. It's a big store. It's kind of like a Food for Less and a Costco sort of. Is Conan your favorite? What's your favorite fantasy character, guys? Is it Conan? Elric? What is it? I'm curious. It all follows Conan. I had a strange feeling you were going to say that. He's the grandpa. You know what I mean? Grandpa Conan. I would have to say that, and then Thundar would be next, dude. Like he came out before He-Man. He-Man will like wipe the floor with them, though. You know. I think. But yeah, it's definitely Uncle Thundar. As far as those like barbarian archetypes. But that's it's all about, man. Gotta have a barbarian in there. Gotta have a Conan type. Let's see, he's a template upon which all that rest can't help to build on. Exactly. Do you guys ever buy like art prints, or you guys just strictly buy like comics and stuff like that? It's my buddy. He's not into comics, but he's starting to buy prints. He's buying like a framed print of like I think it's like Dark Tower or something. He's really into Dark Tower stuff by Stephen King, and it's like fine art, basically. It'd be like if we bought like a Frazetta print for like like $200. Because me being an artist, I'm always thinking of ways that like I can make art and sell it, because I don't ever really do anything, but I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should do that more, So, but the thing is, it's got to be like fun, for me too. And I do commissions sometimes, but it gets kind of tiring sometimes. I have a large collection of prints, over a dozen portfolios, some original pages, some original art. Oh, okay. So you're an artist too, Lek? Do you buy pages, or are you an artist too and you draw them? That's interesting. Us artists like to new things, like try new things out, but we also gatekeep a little bit, which is understandable. Our business models, I buy them. Mother's a gallery artist. I just dabble for fun. Oh, that's sick, dude. That's awesome. Well, it's good to know. Because yeah, man, I've always been into art, ever since I was a little kid. Now I kind of slowly want to like make comic books, but also I want to do like prints, and I want to get into painting hopefully, and then I also want to do like black and white art too. A lot of that. I was thinking about doing prints, but I kind of want to like say if I took this picture and made a print of it, I would probably like to color it like old school retro style, not like modern, not modern coloring, but more retro, like 80s style coloring, 90s, 70s style, like just kind of like flats, but go in there with some tones, maybe a little bit of well, not too many tones, but because I want to leave a lot of the ink work, Um, just trying to think outside, not outside the box, but think within my style, and trying to come up with ways to sell my artwork, And everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone's got to start somewhere. But I also want to make some really, really cool like t-shirts too. Some people when they get to a certain age though, they don't really wear t-shirts with like logos on them. But I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy. That's just what I do. Even if I'm wearing a white t-shirt or a solid black t-shirt. And I usually like just wearing my black t-shirt with my metal bands on them and stuff like that. And I love black and white art, and just I like that aesthetic. So it's kind of the what I was thinking about doing with making t-shirts. But I can't do that right now. I'm trying not to bite off too much work, because I'm working on my comic book, and then I got to start fulfilling that in November. And right now it's with the editor. We got a couple more meetings to do. He's writing additional dialogue. So am I. I'm kind of man, it's hard not to write funny dialogue for the story. It's ironic that for so many, the art only becomes valuable after you can't make any more of it. Right? Yeah. It's crazy. I hope I can do art till I die. Like, I hope my hands don't start shaking, But sometimes I'll grab my hand just to get a little more focus. One of my other buddies has like his hand really shakes a lot, and that's what he does. And I saw him doing that. I'm like, why do you do that? He's like, oh, because I have this. I'm like, oh, well, I should just do that. It'll help me, Especially like drawing like eyes from far away. It's kind of hard, dude. Eyes are hard. Teeth, the faces are hard from far away. It's less is more. A lot of the time with faces, no matter what type of face, if you're drawing from this far away, less is more. Yeah. It's easy to overwork it too. And like the He-Man, for me, He-Man, you don't want like a lot of wrinkles on the guy. Like I'm like, I want to draw like a brow on him. Like, nope. He's got to be kind of angelic, He's got to be very youthful. Let's see. How many more paintings would Frazetta made if he could sell them for $1 million a pop? That's what I mean, dude. And like for someone like me, like I would like to buy some of his paintings and hang them up because I just think they're cool. And I want to eventually I want to do that. But there's like this itch to make sequential storytelling that I love doing that. Oh, I wish I could show you this crom page I did today. It's a battle sequence. It's got like, I think 8 panels in it, but it starts at the top and it works its way all the way around the page. And then I have him laying on top of the panels. He's standing there doing something, and just stuff like that. That's not really something you do with that type of artwork. Like you don't really do a bunch of sequential stuff. You could do like a movie poster where it kind of has stuff like that, like a Struzen style. But what I like about Frazetta's style is he doesn't have like a lot of hyper detail. Like you could see the brush it's kind of clumpy, but from far away, not entirely clumpy, but a little clumpy, like in certain spots. And I love that. So, but I think I just kind of want to do everything. I want to do black and white. I want to do painting. I want to do all that forever. I don't think I ever want to just settle on doing only comics or doing only paintings or doing only ink work. I want to do it all. I want to make t-shirts. I was gonna make a logo of my YouTube channel, Batt Murk. I was gonna do like a tank top, like a vomit green tank top, like yellow, like gross yellow, kind of yellow green, like that morbid, like gross kind of neon green for the summer, I don't see a lot of people doing that anymore. It kind of faded out. People don't really make tank tops no more. I was gonna do one of those and then a bunch of black and white t-shirts. But I don't know, just for fun. I ain't nobody special, but I thought it would be like a cool logo. And if people want to like, that watch the shows and stuff like that, want to pick one up, I can maybe make a web store for it. Trying to think of who I'm going to draw next. Yeah, the Frazetta, that's the next hurdle, man. I gotta start painting. Getting the patience to do that. Takes a lot of patience. Very much so. Whenever you're drawing or inking, you got to kind of put your face like far away from it, like zoom out, especially when they're doing it live. He-Man. Let's see here. There's this one dude, like he had a book that came out like He-Man. I backed him on Indiegogo. He must have did it like 5 years ago, and the book was kind of like a low key He-Man rip off a little bit, and I was all about it, dude. I was all about it. But I think the dude had like red hair, but then he had to change it to green hair. And the he's a Masters of the Universe like artist. But I just love the way he would draw the characters, man. They look so cool. I forget what the name of the book was, but I backed it like so many years ago, you know. And I think a lot of people that started doing comic books crowdfunding, like probably a few years back, they didn't know how to like budget properly, you know. I don't know, it's weird. But for me, like I know that my shipping went up, so I think I found a new printer, so that's gonna help. Because my comic's gonna be square, so. I think you guys said like Assad was it Assad Ribic? I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. I like what he's doing with the Conan. I got some of his books too when he was over at Marvel. I always thought he was a pretty cool Conan artist. I mean, he's phenomenal, you know. But and I like how he paints but yeah, I seen that he has a new Conan cover that he painted it. I'm gonna check that out later. Very cool Conan artist. Assad Ribic. Yeah, dude. Like, he did a lot, man. Like, I'm trying to like think back. Like, there's so many artists, you know, really good artists. He's one of them. But I think there was another guy that was a lot like him, but it might just be him. Was he doing like Thor the God Butcher? I don't know if he was doing like the with gore. I don't know if that was the same artist. It might have been. Yeah, dude. Okay, no, yeah, I like his shit, bro. Kind of reminds me of Hildebrandt a little bit too. I love those old school painters. There's so many of them. I like those kind of fine art styles, and then there's some dudes that just kind of give it more of like a metal kind of punky feel to it, like Bisley with his paints. I like that too, like a little attitude in there, you know, a little angst. I think Frazetta was kind of like that in some ways. I think his art had a little bit of an attitude, you know, some of the clumpiness in there. You're not like it had attitude, but then it had a lot of motion. That's why I really like his work. Should make a fucking barbarian from Australia, dude. But put it like back in the day, you know, like and make sure it's like straight up Australia, you know, talking like maybe like 4,000 years ago, something like that. I think that would be cool. To me, it feels like that's like the closest place to an actual like sword and sorcery world would be Australia, you know, like you think of like Eternia, like the world where everything's all fucking fucked up and there's monsters and all kinds of shit that's out there trying to kill you. Think of Australia a little bit. It's untamed and uncharted. Yeah, but that would be a cool. No matter how you slice it, dude, you can make some cool characters. An Australian barbarian. That'd be fucking dope. If I went to Australia, that's what I would be doing, man. Australia. I'd go to Africa for those two things. If you're just fucking looking for kind of straight up like sword and sorcery inspiration, you know. First place I'm going to is Germany, though. As soon as for fun. Yeah, I've only been to Mexico. I really like Mexico. I'd move to Mexico, man. I'd totally move to Mexico. You guys are only like 5 hours ahead of me, I think. So it's not too far. Yeah, and then to me, like Lord of the Rings is like New Zealand's like Lord of the Rings, you know, like Tolkien, and then like straight up fucking Australia's like Robert E. Howard. Let's see here. I think Ribic did Silver Surfer and Submariner too. There's a cover of Conan on a small boat that is so hardcore it's almost hard to believe. Damn, that's cool, man. Have you guys ever heard of he's doing Punisher art now, but he did Conan. He was a Conan penciler for sure penciler. His name's I think it's Sergio Davila or Davila. He did Conan when it was in Dark Horse. He did like Conan the Slayer. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he's drawing Punisher now, and I think he did a Devil in Iron story that was really cool. I remember. I think Cullen Bunn wrote it, and then he drew it. And the Devil in Iron was red. He looked really cool. He looked like Red Hulk. Hey, what's up, Homer? How you doing, buddy? Hope everything is well with you, man. Just drawing a little He-Man right now. Let's see here. I saw the little things jumping up in the side, you know, the little happy faces. I'm like, it's got to be Homer. I did that. I saw you streaming a few days ago, man. I was at work and I like jumped in there. Usually if you see a bunch of those things, it's me. You know, it's Matt Burke. There's that fucker, Matt Burke. I get in there, I hit the like, and then I fucking yeah. Yes, sir. I also really like Liam Sharp's stuff, man. Love it. Watched He-Man last night. Loved it. Was really good. Yeah, dude. I think it's one of my it's one of my favorite movies. Definitely in my top 20. I think it's a classic, dude. I really do. I hate to say it. I wasn't thinking that the first time I saw it, but in retrospect, thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that movie was a fucking classic, dude. I wasn't getting a lot of the humor. I was like, this shit's a bunch of gay humor in here, you know, a little bit, but for the most part, it wasn't. I think Skeletor might be, but I don't know for sure. I think he might have just been fucking with him, you know. But yeah, I think Skeletor was perfect. It was great. I don't really have like any beef with Jared Leto, you know. A lot of people hate on him. I'm just like, it's just, you know, he's just like an actor, you know. And for something like this, it's like, oh, dude, he did a great job, you know, fucking awesome. Like people are gonna be talking about that. Like, who was the last memorable villain like in this style of genre that we can remember? I think it was probably like that good that people were talking about. I think it was maybe Thanos, maybe. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I've just been like working on my King Krom comic, doing some of this, and then freaking just really working on Hell War, dude, trying to get the writing, you know. And then with the writing, like I've been coming up with some decent, some pretty, you know, good dialogue, but I'm trying not to force it. And then I got to reach out to a lot of you guys to get. I have your stuff, but I'm going to start building the start building the back matter for the book. And then I reached out to our boy about some of the printing. So it looks like we're going to be rocking with those fools. I'm going to reach out again to him again right before I do it. But I'm looking for hopefully for July. That's going to be when I'm going to send off for the print run. Looking forward to that. And it's looking very, very exciting, dude. And I'm very excited for Hell War. And the book's going to be pretty funny, dude. It's going to be funnier than I thought it was going to be. So I'm coming up with some dialogue. My buddy Brian, he's been writing a little bit of dialogue too. His shit's pretty funny. Great writer. Full of ideas. That guy's full of tons of ideas. I think it all was good. Not sure what people are talking about it being bad or weird about the film. Cheerleader was good. Not sure why he would say negative things about the film. Yeah, no, I like it. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Death Metal Hero, Luke. What's going on, brother? Just drawing a little He-Man right now. Just telling him about some Hell War. I'm going to be hopefully sending it to the printer in July. That's the goal, and then to have the book start fulfillment in November. Yeah. Start reaching out. I got to reach out to a few more people so I can get their pieces. I'm going to put in the artist gallery. That's the plan. Oh yeah, man. I can't wait. It's looking like that could really help out a lot of people, you know, if it works. It's definitely going to be good for like the next book I do. I know that for sure, dude. Like just on like conceptually, like there's a lot of good opportunities. I think I might start drawing my Toxic Mass character, man. He's the drummer of Hell War. Let's see here. Can't wait to get Hell War. Book is gonna be wicked fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be printing your book in the gallery too as well, brother. I can't wait to start reading those Poison Elves, man. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to that. It's just like right now, I'm doing a bunch of this stuff, wrangling this up, campaign, trying to keep 100% on that deadline, but keep the inspiration going. I don't want to force anything or burn anything out. That's something I learned in the last, 10 years, I guess? Something like that. Feels like less time, feels like more time, I guess. Like I was working on this cron page earlier, and then I'm like, oh, I could do a live stream right now and work on this He-Man piece. Let's see here. Omar Glitch, Death Metal. I want to watch He-Man last night. That's why I didn't go on the topic of the show. You're most welcome, man. Death Metal Hero. Can't wait to hear you on the. Oh yeah, definitely do those books. Batt, are you looking to do like 500 copies after all? I'm not sure, dude. It just depends on how much everything's going to cost, you know. We'll see, you know. I'm not really sure. That would be cool though. That would be phenomenal. Let's see. Yeah. Could do that. That could be, you know, I could be selling the book more. I would actually have a book like, you know, other people do at conventions and stuff. And then I would actually be able to do a convention and have an awesome book to be proud of and try to let other people pick it up too, you know. But they're not going to get none of the extra stuff. Talked about it last night. Movie looks fun. Yeah, the movie's just tons of fun, Luke. I think you'll like. If you liked He-Man as a kid, you'll probably love the movie. Can make some money. I was just talking about that earlier before you jumped on, man. Just trying to make money as an artist. Like what are kind of trying to think of new ideas. Definitely want to make like some T-shirts. And prints and stuff like that. Ooh, make some. Yeah, that's usually who I go with. I normally go with them, but my costs went up about $800 during the campaign, so I have to find a new spot. But yeah, they're good quality, I think, and the quality there is pretty good. Yeah, yeah. You won't make money with Mixum at all. No, none whatsoever. And you won't even actually be able to kind of get the book out, to new readers, which is really sad. Yeah. And ideally, you think if you do a campaign, that's something that you want to offer some exclusivity to people that back you, but you also want to be able to have a book that you can sell for a few years. That's how I'm going to do it going forward. If as much as I can, I'm going to try to be able to offer some exclusivity, some cool things. Some like people that back the campaign, people that back like in the first 24 hours, all that type of jazz. But then have some product left over for a few years so I can sell it at conventions and online. Because not everybody can back it not everybody can back it like during that time, dude. Or maybe they're not sold on it, and then they get reviewed. It gets reviewed, and then they want it, and like, sorry, I don't got any more. Sold them all. It was just like it was just a thing I did. It's like I don't want it to be a thing. I want it to be a book that I could keep reprinting for eternity. Be like if you crowdfunded the He-Man movie, and you're like, oh, I crowdfunded the movie. You guys can't watch it now. Yep. Depends on how many you print. Yep, obviously the more you print, the less each costs. Let's see here. Overpriced. Find a better printer, and you can even lower your print price. Yeah, your price point. Yeah, it's a. Well, I'm glad you liked the movie, man. I really dug it. I want to go see it again. I don't know if we're gonna have a cool movie like that anytime soon. See, book it. The boutique is. Let's see. Sorry, I'm behind you guys. Everyone should be aiming for offset printing. The boutique print is BS. DMH. Also, Phil is printing books for people now. His Man with No Strings looks really good, especially on newsprint. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Let's see, pull a wheeler and print your own, buy your own print and bind setup. Oh yeah, like Phil's doing. Good looking work, Batt. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to have your own print machine and all that, you know. Pizza Medi was doing that too for a spell. There was this one company, like I think it was called like Heroes or some weird company out of like boutique straight up, but they would do all kinds of shit, dude. But it was expensive. But it was made by like comic book fans and maybe creators too. I think it was out of like Texas or Arizona years back. I forgot the name of them, but I remember seeing them on a live stream or something. They had some cool stuff. They were printing style wise. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, they do look really good. Yeah, if you could do your own printing, that'd be cool, right? That's something I would totally look into too. 100%. Thanks for stopping by, Intense Shifter. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, I got a He-Man character that's kind of fun. His name's Toxic Mask. I made him like probably 5 years ago or longer. That'd be kind of fun to make some pieces of him. He's in Hell War too. He's in Hell War also. He is the drummer of Hell War. He's a drummer in the band. Think he's like a mix up. He's like a mash of like John Matrix, John Rambo, and Adam of Eternia. that's what Toxic Mask is. Yeah. And a 90s wrestler. He's like a 90s wrestler as well, style wise. Maybe one day. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are all doing great. Let's see here. Omer Glitch. Ideally, if you could get your own offset printing, that would be awesome. Death Metal Hero. Oh yeah, I remember those guys. Haven't heard from them in a long time though. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Intense Shifter. YS, those things. The Hilton in Montreal has at least one. No one buy them. They at least get together with 3 or 4, put out books with the least set up. So that's a lot of work. Yeah. But I'm gonna be real with you though. To be honest, I don't want to be printing my own books. I just don't want to deal with it. I'll be real. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to write and draw and work on the art, you know. That and then do some live streaming like this. Could shoot the shit with you guys and promote my art. Fuck around, you know. Have some coffee and tea and some beer every now and then. Can't drink beer no more. I'm trying to cut out all sugar. It's extremely hard. Extremely hard. Especially at nighttime. Oh my God. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a serious commitment printing your own books. It is, dude. It's a lot of work, bro. I mean, never say never, but I mean, I would like for one, I would print my own T-shirts. You know, that'd be cool. I would think about it though. It's not entirely off table. Because it'd be cool to print T-shirts. I know that's a different printer, it's a different monster altogether, but do your own T-shirts, your own prints. I think making prints would be really cool. A lot of people like them. Talking to my buddy today, he's gonna buy a Dark Tower print for like a fine art from a fine artist, just a print, and he's gonna get it framed for like $200. He's thinking about it. I'm like, shit. That got me thinking, and he ain't into like comics that much or anything, you know, or buying prints. So I'm like, if he's down with that, it's got me thinking. Prints are a thing. One of the others run it. Got to be a joint project, spread the cost. Yeah, it's you definitely have to do that. 100%. 100%. Boom. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if you're still there, Luke, but I think the new He-Man song, it kind of sounds like, I think it's Morning Palace by Demi Borgir. I'm like, dude, that sounds like that's the same melody almost. That movie He-Man's got a sick ass like heavy metal soundtrack. I would say hard rock too, but kind of I think the beginning of metal and hard rock kind of have there's some crossover there. But definitely love like the leads, you know, the melodic leads that from my understanding Brian May wrote. Let's see here. Homer Glitch. Well, it would be cool to own a printing company that you have someone else run for you, but you own it and it makes its own money. When you want to print your own stuff, you just show up and have it done. That'd be sick. Death Metal Hero. I found a really good local printer to get my prints made, reasonably priced and top-notch quality. Intense shifter. All you need is the space. They're easy to run. Death Metal Hero. That would be certainly that would certainly be ideal to Omer Glitch. Omer Glitch at Shifter. They used to call that a gang run when people got together to do an offset print run. Do some gang runs, homie. Gangbang that shit. Yee. I'll tell you another movie though I want to go see is let's see here. Yep, Brian May did a bunch of the music for the Motu. Have heard the soundtrack. It's pretty badass, dude. I guess they went to Travis Knight, the director, and a couple other cats went over to his house, bro, and they were supposed to be there for 4 hours to record the whatever he needed to do for the movie in his home studio. And they were there for 11 hours just kicking it. And then he ran up to the attic and brought down a box, and it was all of his son's Masters of the Universe toys. So he was kind of a fan a little bit, you know. It's hard not. That's why I like He-Man, dude, because it's just easy to get into, and it's just basic, you know. It's just fun, you know. And I welcome the different universes of it, except for the Kevin Smith shit. That shit's lame. But I mean, imagine like a John Milius Conan or like something kind of like Clive Barker-y, you know, like those dark designs. I don't mean like the whole like you know, I don't know. He gets pretty sexualized in a lot of his stuff. Nothing like that, but some scary kind of Hellraiser shit. I think that'd be kind of cool. The music in He-Man was great. Yeah, I need to check that out. I just love. I'm a sucker for guitar melodies, bro. That's like I love that it has in metal. You know, that's why I like the Gothenburg sound so much. In Flames, Dark Tranquility, Soilwork, At the Gates. Those guys put a ton of that shit in their metal. And Flames does a lot, like especially their old albums too, like Lunar Strain and the Jester Race, and they still do, but it's just a little different. But that whole like like that reminded me of Morning Palace by Demi Borgir. I forgot the name of the album. It's the Green Album. Eternal Darkness Triumphant. I think that's the album. It's fucking good, dude. It's a great album. Demi Borgir is fucking awesome. I wouldn't mind to have them do the music for a movie for me. They could do it too. Fun dark fantasy. You need to make a return to the forefront. Oh, 100%, brother. I'm actually listening to the Elric novelizations right now. I've never read the book, so I don't have time. I kept hearing the melody of "I Need a Hero" the whole time to the movie. Dig Old In Flames and Soilwork. Yeah, that's the best, dude. Their first probably first 5 albums of each. They're really, really good. Death Metal Hero. Tell me, Burger. Omer Glitch. Also, the colors, film, and costumes were great in the movie. All the characters looked on point, and the CGI characters were good. No, 100%, dude. I think that we're kind of like overlooking like the importance of the movie and how fucking cool it is. Like, and we're getting caught up on little shit about it. Some of the fans are like, dude, I'm telling you, man, there ain't gonna be really movies like this in a while. You know how like it was when like Lord of the Rings came out. It was just, dude. I mean, the Hobbit movies are cool, but and still, there's really nothing like that in the fantasy realm with swords and shit like that. As far as barbarian characters, bro, we haven't had a good one since what? Conan the Barbarian, for the most part. I mean, the Beastmaster was cool, but yeah, and I'm talking about like the Milius movie. I mean, the Destroyer was cool, but I don't know, man. Like that's my jam, dude, and that's kind of what I really like about what I specialize on this channel is barbarian sword and sorcery specifically. I mean, I love it all, but I just think it's cool. I like Conan, He-Man, Thundar, that type of shit. I'm down with that. Conan's obviously the grandpappy, but yeah, and all the colors in the movie, man, like, dude, the movie, like, it hit something in my gut. Like, I said this somewhere earlier, and I was saying that with your memories, as far as usually back in childhood, you don't remember the memories like in a film reel, like a theater inside your head. The pictures don't populate on a projector inside your mind. You remember feelings, and when that movie came on, I started actually getting the feelings of when I was a little kid. Like I could see myself on the floor in front of the TV playing with my He-Man toys, watching the cartoon. I could see little Matt Burke there, and I started remembering it, and I had that feeling that I felt when I was 4. So that's like, so many years ago, dude. And I just remember the toys, and then yeah, it was weird. It was. I felt like I went through time like light speed for a little bit. And so whenever I watch the movie, I get in the feels a little bit, But there's a lot of things I would change about the movie, but there's some things that are cool, dude. Yeah, everything looked great. I mean, as far as everything I'd want in a He-Man movie, they had it, dude. They really did. And I think that maybe some of the jokes they could have cut out some of the jokes a little bit, like that one part when they started coughing on the dust, when they're like when they're rocking the Queen. But who knows, man? I think that director is like a low key genius. Like we don't really talk about it, It just looks like he just. But I think he might be like, thinking about a lot of little things, like as far as like emotions and stuff like that. Travis Knight. Like when you're for me, especially like horror, like you got to have comedy. Like I would put a lot of comedy in the horror, and then I'd come in and like scare the shit out of you. I want people to go on an emotional roller coaster with art and music, all that stuff. That's how I kind of go about writing, at least my vocals, my comics and my like this, you know, like you see how it's kind of a lot of different. It's kind of fun, but it's gory and scary and stuff, but not really. I don't know. Catch up. Sorry, guys. Death Metal Hero audiobooks are the only way I get novels in anymore. If I'm gonna sit down and read something in hand, it's gonna be my gigantic backlog of comics. Yeah, and it's for me like I get real tired, man. Like and I fall asleep. So I'm like, do I want to sit around and wait for all these epic like books that everyone loves that I haven't even fucked with to read them, or do I want to just try to find the audiobook? Some of them are not even available. That like and like Wagner's Kane series, dude, like Bloodstone, like that's $80 just to get the actual book. And I'm looking for the audiobook. I can't even find that. And I think, yeah, so some books are like, you have to pay a ton of money just to get the paperbacks from the 70s. Like they're not even printing now. And they did a thing for Kane where it was like a big book and it was like $200, you know, and yeah, it's a lot. So, Death Metal Hero, hopefully the King Conan movie they're planning will be good. I have a feeling it's going to be a good movie. I have a feeling. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it'll be entertaining at the worst, you know, and I think it'll be better than the Momoa movie. I have a feeling it'll be better than that because it's going to be in the Milius verse. Arnold's really pulling to make him a producer to kind of be like, you know, probably doing Zoom calls because he's really sick right now. So he'll probably be bringing him in and stuff like that. So I think that the less they do in that movie, the more acting Arnie does. With like, I want to get that. I want the Phoenix on the Sword story. I want there to be like a cool fight scene, maybe where he takes out like 12 guys in the throne room or in his chamber, something like that. Maybe fight like a giant lizard or a snake. Get one of those, and that's kind of it. That's all maybe another sword fight. Maybe like two big sword fights, and then one kind of epic. Maybe I don't want to see a dragon or maybe a snake or a big man ape or something. I think that would be gangster. I think that'd be cool. So that's what I would do. They're talking about Out of the Dragon. He does everything in that book, dude. I don't know if you guys have read it, but he's a pirate. It's a Conan's greatest hits tour, and for them to do Out of the Dragon, you need like 3 movies or like a whole season, you know. Omer Glitch, Tesla and Evelyn were hot. Allison Breeze, huge. Gazangas could have been out a little more. Gal Gadot was great too. Let's see here. Omer Glitch. It hit what you felt as a kid for sure. It was all the good stuff you remember as a kid, not so much of the super cheese that was in the cartoons. Yeah, no, I went back and watched the cartoons not too long ago. I was like, yeah, that's cheesy. But like sometimes I like, you know, you see these. I hate to say I'm gonna be frank. Like you see these old ass nerds walking around and talking about nostalgia and all this shit. I'm like, that shit's lame, dude. Like grow up. You know what I mean? Like get the fuck over it, dude. You know, like nostalgia. Everyone's throwing the word around. Like shut up with your fucking nostalgia word. I've been hearing that for like 10 years now or 15 years. Seems like that word just really got big like 15 years ago. And then now, like when I see that movie, probably a lot of people are like, "You're tripping, Matt Berger. It's just a fucking movie," you know. But that shit really it hit me a couple times in the theater, and then it hit me more thinking about it afterward. So I'm like, okay, now I know what those guys are talking about. Like, it's a gut punch, dude, and a deep cut. It like really cuts to your soul. Like it kind of, it's kind of it's kind of sad in a way, a little melancholic if I were to be so bold to say that nostalgia. And that's what I got when I watched it, but I want to go check it out more, you know. And the music didn't have to be so good. I thought it was pretty good. Now I'm going to go and listen to the soundtrack, you know. You got me wanting to listen to that. So that's how I kind of feel about it, dude. Because he just did the look, dude. They fucking nailed the look perfect. You can talk all the shit you want on it, but the for sure the look and the sound of the movie is great. I actually like what they did with He-Man's character too. For you know, it makes sense to me now. The movie almost acts like a prequel to the actual cartoon in some ways. A little bit, not entirely. Obviously, there was like some race swaps and stuff, but that wasn't that didn't bother me at all. I try to keep it 100 with you guys, you know, even if I sound like a dickhead. All right, there's that right there. But yeah, I definitely. What I also heard is, you know, someone was saying that like Amazon, they're not a movie company. They went the route that potentially like what Master Universe was. It was a big toy commercial. That's what the cartoon was, and so that's what they did with this movie. It's a big toy commercial, And what do? They sell product, and so they're going to be selling a lot. They're selling a lot of merch now. They're selling toys. They're selling 3 different popcorn buckets. The DVDs already in 4K selling. Pre-sales are #1 in America. So when the owner or the guy that's running Amazon, not Bezos, but the guy underneath him said that no, we see a lot of people that are into it. They did something special. We're very happy with the results of the movie as far as like the financial turnout of the first weekend. Yeah, I didn't even give a fuck. I thought Idris Elba was, to me, I would give him Best Supporting Actor for the year. You know, like, whoa, you're talking about Matt Berg? It's fucking kids movie. Like, nah, he had a cool arc, dude. I would give it to him and Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein's creature. You know, the Best Supporting, because he had an arc, dude. I don't want to spoil anything, you know, but I like when they find him, you know, when they find his ass. That shit. Someone told me too, they saw Scary Movie and then they saw He-Man. They said He-Man was funnier than Scary Movie. I was like, no fucking way. But it was funny. It did have some stupid jokes, you know, too many of them. Some of them were raucous, you know, some of them were inappropriate. Some shouldn't have been there, but you know, it's all good, dude. And like I had my kids there, they don't know what the fuck what they were talking about for as far as like the raucous jokes and stuff. They had no idea, and they don't, because it's an innuendo, you know. But my son loved the battle at Snake Mountain. That shit was fucking dope. And he liked he loved Cringer and he loved Battle Cat and he wanted more Battle Cat. And then obviously he liked the ending. Yeah. Elbas, yeah. Right. Now, for me, would I have casted Idris Elba? No, I wouldn't have. I would have casted probably David Harbour from Stranger Things. I think he would have been a perfect Man-at-Arms. He's got the mustache, got the build. He's a big dude. He was a great Hellboy. He's kind of got that gravitas and that seriousness, that commanding. I think he would have been perfect. And they still could have done the same shit, you know. As far as like Nicholas Gizeltine or whatever his name is, I thought he was kind of perfect in some ways as He-Man. Probably not who I would have went with, but I mean, maybe I would have. I don't know, because I think for He-Man or any new IP, I hate that fucking word IP. You need to hire someone new, because otherwise it is so you hire someone you know and you're like, oh, that's that guy, that's Tom Cruise, he's not He-Man. As far as I know, Nicholas Galitzine, he is He-Man because it's the first role, you know. Let's see here. The ending was also funny. Also, did you stay for the? Oh yeah, I stayed, dude. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Skullgrin. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Yeah, I keep this doggone camera, dude. There we go. Yeah, I stayed for the 3 end scenes. I'm looking forward to the next one. I think it's going to be great. Trying to talk about the movie and not spoil it too much because a lot of people haven't seen it yet. But if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it, man. As far as like the reason why we go to the movies, that movie it's a popcorn movie. You go either go to get scared or you go to have a big old fucking blockbuster. Like name a blockbuster. Name the last 10 blockbusters that you've seen, right? And I guarantee you it's better than it. Probably was. Like, yeah, I like Master Universe more. Maybe the last one I saw that I liked was probably like Endgame. And I kind of, you know, that one was cool. That was probably the last one, maybe, that I can think of. Yeah, Orko was awesome. I love the PSA announcements at the end. Right? Yeah, man. I wish I had my toy still. That would have been cool. I still have a Skeletor toy, though. I have the one from the 2000 show. Yeah, that show's awesome. It's on Prime right now too. I'm on season 2 right now. Like my son likes it, but he don't like it like I like it, you know. It's like, nah, Dad, I'm into Minecraft, bro. Like I ain't trying to. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing, brother? Oh yeah, brother. I got a new one for you. My new one is Hail and Ale. Can't have ale no more. No more sugar for me. No more beer, no more alcohol. At least for a few months. Trying to get in shape. Trying to get that He-Man physique, you know what I'm saying? While I still have the last opportunity. Mandu and Grogu was good too. I would say they were both good. You can't say those things around here, man. No, I was going to take the kids to see that, but I just didn't, you know. Just kind of forgot. Yeah. I remember when that show hit, it was really good. Excuse me. I really dug it. Let's see here. Death Metal Hero. Still have my OG He-Man, Skeletor, Hordak, and Snake Mountain, along with all my Thundercats and Silverhawks. I'm trying to answer that question without getting you too excited. I will say the director of He-Man, Master Universe, it says is if he could do another movie, it's gonna be Thundercats. And if there's, I would just have him do it, brother, because he's gonna at least make it look like fucking Thundercats and sound like it. You know what I mean? And he'll make a fun movie. He'll make a fun movie. You know, so you'll get a fun movie. You'll get the look right. You'll get the music right. But other shit might change. You might get some race swaps, shit like that. But it'll fucking be like 98% there, brother. But yeah, he wants to do Thundercats next. Other than the He-Man stuff, and he's already got like a trilogy of movies. He's already got a bunch of shit mapped out. He's a guy that did Kubo and Bumblebee, and I guess his dad co-owns Nike shoes, so he's kind of got money too, I guess. But I don't know. The dude was a rapper, I guess, back in the '90s too. The director, his name was like Pepper or something. He kind of reminded me of like Bud Bundy from you know, Grandmaster B. A little bit of that with Vanilla Ice thrown in. Somebody hit him up in an interview. He was like, "Oh, yeah, that was a lifetime ago." It's like, I don't know. It's just funny. That was in another life. It's just funny to hear that shit. When people have like two different, you know, careers or whatever. I think it's interesting. He-Man wants you to, makes you want to work out for sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got to be careful right now. I got a little condition, so I'm trying to be careful of how much I lift and what exercises I do. I'm basically walking around like a fucking idiot after meals and stuff. Yeah. See, Chris Gow. Fisto always made me feel a little uncomfortable. Yeah, that dude loved the role though, man. He still had his toy, right? He's a big Viking dude that plays him, and he had the toy in his pocket, in his like tuxedo pocket, you know, his toy from when he was a kid. So he was really like honored to be there. Everybody was really honored to be in the movie. They're not online talking shit about people either. They're fucking. He hired some professionals, you know. They're not really too political. And if they make if they made like a political statement, it wasn't really political. It was usually like a woke person trying to reprogram the statement to their political gain. It's propaganda, respectfully. You know, like the dude that plays He-Man says, "I love embracing the femininity and the heroic, you know, the masculinity of He-Man, you know," and that's what He-Man was a little bit, you know. That's kind of, you know, and it made the character a little funnier. And he kind of was that when he was Adam a little bit. I think that was a conscious decision too. The guys that created He-Man to like, let's give him a pink shirt, make him look like, sorry guys, but make him look like a bitch. You know, let's be real, you know, because that's usually associated with the, you know, like a feminine color. So let's give him a pink shirt, and we'll make him really like, you know, kind of try to de-escalate situations. And then when he can't do that, then he fucking He-Man's up. You know, I think that's what the guys that created He-Man were thinking, you know. And it's you're dealing with strong, bold, iconoclastic themes, right? Pink shirt, pussy, you know, big chest, sword, you know, man, fuck them up. Like, you know, especially when you're dealing with children, you kind of want to have these big extremes, you know. Let's see here. Fisto is pretty funny, says Omer Glitch. Death Metal Hero. Would love to see a good Thundercats movie. Was always my favorite cartoon as a kid. Do you remember, guys, back in the day when there was that Thundercats trailer like 15 years ago where they had like Brad Pitt as like Lion-O, and then they had Vin Diesel as Panther? Like someone CGI'd it was like it was like before the deepfake though. I'm talking, this was a long time ago. I was just like, how did they do that? They were doing like AI kind of style stuff, but this was like 15 years ago. It was a Thundercats trailer, and they had Brad Pitt as the main guy. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember that or seen that, but yeah, it was a thing. It was cool too. I never got into Thundercats, but I think they're fucking awesome, dude. I think they're so cool. Like, yeah, any of the barbarian shit like that, I'm good. Like, it's cool, dude. I think a lot of us really love that, at least that are our age, you know, that are the millennials and the older millennials. We love barbarian shit because we like Conan and we like He-Man. And I like for me, like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like it got me at 4 years old. I'm gonna be 33 in like 2 months or in a few weeks, you know. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I like sword and sorcery. That's where I'm here to stay, dude. I think that's where I want to do. So you remember that video? Yeah, very good choice. The casting choices, right? That was cool, man. Um, let's see here. Brian Christgau, slow and steady wins the race. When you're working out, it's easy for we guys to get macho and overdo it, right? Totally, man. Then we get hurt and can't train for months. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to be cautious of that, you know. Yeah. For me, it's not really the abs, but I want to work on my waist, like the love handles. I want to lose, and then I want to build up my shoulders. If I have a little bit of a gut, I don't care. The shoulders would be cool and the pecs would be cool. That's what I want to build up. I don't care about the arms too much, but definitely like the sides, the love handles, the shoulders, and that's pretty much it, you know, and the pecs. Yep. And those things, you know, you got to be careful, especially when you're you know getting up there in age. But you see all these ripped up ass like 80-year-old, 90-year-old dudes. It could be done. There's no excuse for any of us unless we've had like an operation, you know. There's literally 90-year-old dudes that are fucking ripped. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, there's no excuse. You know what I mean? And it's good. It's good for you to work out and do things like that. It's good for us to do that. We all want to do that. There's not a man out there that doesn't want to do that. You know, even if he's, you know, we want to do that. We want to save the woman. We want to do that. We want to do good things. We want to help people. We want to be heroes. We want to do that. You know, even if we don't feel like it and we don't do it, we do. We deep down, every man wants that. It's not a choice. It's in us. You know, it's in our makeup. Obviously, there's some anomalies, but that's the way I feel about that. I just want to get rid of the gut. Yeah, the gut's a motherfucker, isn't it? Yeah. Even if you quit drinking and cutting out sugar, it could still linger. Then it goes down to like a hormonal level. Like, what am I doing? You know, you gotta kind of figure it out, I guess. Let's see here. The yoga ball is also the bomb for crunches. 5 minutes on that thing is worth an hour of sit-ups. Yeah, you know, you really just gotta kind of figure it out for yourself. Like, see what other guys use for their workouts. Most of the time, everybody does their own thing, dude. And you got to kind of figure out because your body's going to be different too. Yeah. I kind of like want to do the whole like kind of military strength thing, you know. That's what I'm looking for. I think that'd be kind of cool. But definitely want to work on the shoulders a bit. And it feels great just kind of working out. I gotta take it more seriously. What is that? You had discovered muscles you didn't know you had. Yeah. The yoga ball. Okay, yeah. You talked about the yoga ball. Yeah. And yoga is really cool too. Just the stretching and stuff. Getting the flex going. I think I'm going to do this right here. Okay. It's amazing though, like how you could transform your body. You know what I mean? Dude, you know what I heard about the fucking the Ozempic, dude? Have you guys heard about Ozempic? Like what it is? It's fucking Gila monster venom, bro. It's a Gila monster venom protein that they're injecting into their body. And it does all kinds of crazy shit. Like it gives you cancer. It makes you go blind. So you see all these people that are like walking around with like chiseled ass chins and that are really skinny. And the ladies too. They got fucking something coming, man. Unfortunately, there's some guy that's been spreading awareness about it all over TikTok. Like, ooh, shit. And then you can kind of see it, man. Like some of the actors that are on it, you can kind of tell, dude, they're like spaced out and they're looking sickly, you know? Yeah. So, and then what it does is it prevents you from eating, and it clogs the poop up in your gut, so it doesn't properly digest. It's scary. Yeah. And then so doctors, the guy that made the discovery was telling doctors, and the doctors were like, oh, okay, fuck, I'm gonna tell my patients to get off it. And then he told the pharmaceutical industry, and they told him to fuck off, pretty much. So it's the pharmaceutical industry that's fucking everybody up. Also the doctors too, but for the most part, they want you to get it. And I guess it's coming from Europe, you know. Oh yeah, the Gila Monster guys. If you type in like Gila Monster fucking venom, Ozempic, it's Ozempic and it's another drug. It's two like weight loss drugs. Like my boy Chriskow said, slow and steady wins the race, you know? Like right now I've been fasting a lot and things like that. I'm not seeing results I want, you know? And I'm like, oh, I had some and I've been cutting out a lot of carbs and sugars, but I was like, oh wait, no, I had a Svenheart the other night. Or I had a donut the other day, you know? Because there's, you know, I'm not doing the carnivore thing. I'm doing a little bit of carnivore, but potatoes are actually good. You can eat potatoes, man, as long as you're like up and you're moving around and doing shit. You can eat boiled potatoes. You can put butter on them. You can do garlic and pepper and salt. Butter's good. It's carnivore. It comes from cows. So you can do that. You can do a little bit of pasta too. If you're moving around and working out, you can do all that shit because your body and your brain needs carbos to run on. It needs energy, you know? Let's see here. There is no way I would ever touch that shit, says Brian Chriskow. It's too good to be true. There has to be a price. Death Metal Hero. Pharma does not want healthy people. They want sick people that are constantly buying more medication. Yeah, exactly. And allegedly there was this guy that like discovered what cancer really is. It's like the lack of oxygen to your body, and also sugar. Sugar is what causes cancer, like oxygen and sugar. Not getting enough of oxygen and getting sugar. You know, like we should be kind of just eating apples and oranges and strawberries, dude, and berries, you know? That type of natural sugars. But like all the cakes, all the little Debbies, all the little Twinkies, and all the bomb shit, it's all poison. It was all designed to keep us. That's the thing. Oh, and then they locked the guy up too, that discovered that, and I guess it was like back in the 50s or 60s. So it kind of makes sense, dude, when you think about it. All those bomb ass sweets, you know. Then you end up in the doctor, and then you go to the pharmacy. He writes you a little prescription, you know. And so yeah, it's cancers. You know, obviously there's different types of cancers, but a lot of it is probably has to do with sugars, because sugars is fucking all over the place, you know, everywhere. Wow, you know. But I've been detoxing, and I've been fasting and like training my body for like a new reset. So hopefully I'll start seeing more results. Processed sure is absolute poison, just like seed oils. Yeah. So switch over to more like avocado oil, you know. Also I like using bacon grease a lot, guys. You know, like we're talking about potatoes. Bake the potatoes, make the cube up the potatoes. Put them in the oven. Put bacon grease on them. Rub some bacon grease on them. Put some salt and pepper on there. Sprinkle some freshly cut garlic. Those are going to be fine. And then if you're walking around after that, and if you're physically working, or moving around, or at least going out and working out, then your body will be fine. You're going to feel great. You know. Yeah, I don't buy into that whole like no carb bullshit either. You got to have some carbs. Olive oil, grass-fed butter, and beef tallow are the way to cook. I got to get on that tallow, brother. I got to get on that tallow. I do got some of the grass-fed butter though. That I got some. I had some the other day. The Kerry Gold, I think. They have like the gold one. I'm putting that in my coffee, dude. My little brother put me up on that. He's like, put it in the coffee. You want some? I'm like, yeah. So I do that. I caramelize the butter sometimes and put it in my coffee. It's pretty fun. Good stuff. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Castle Grayskull. Graskell. Kerrygold salted and truly are both great. Those are the only ones I've been using. There's that one, and then there's a Danish one too. It's just called Danish butter. They sell it at Winco. That's pretty good. I've been digging that as well. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like just the stuff that they kind of started coming out with, like in the what was it, like in the 50s? They're like, all right, guys, we got an idea. Obviously it started back in like 1914. A lot of the bullshit for at least America and what they were going to do to feed us and all that crap. But yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Basically, if like it came out of an ant, like the raw foods, the whole food stuff came out of an animal. For some of the bread is okay to eat if it's really fresh. Like God was saying in the Bible, obviously there's some certain types of bread. Probably the bread you make at home by yourself. Maybe that's made out of like egg yolk or egg whites, that type of bread. Like if it's bread, you pretty much got to be making it yourself, right? I guess the hard one for me so far has been tortillas. Oh, I fucking love tortillas. I actually had some tortillas today, guys. I fucked up. I had two fajita quesadillas, and they were like raw tortillas, so they were nice and floury and stuff. Tasted delicious. I broke my fast. There are companies putting out chips cooked in beef tallow, and they taste like real French fries. Used to taste. Oh, dude, that sounds delicious. I love my potatoes, man. That's like my Achilles heel. That's like the one thing that's hard for me to give up. I'm Irish, Death Metal Hero. There are companies putting out. Okay, you said that sourdough is the best bread to eat, and I do love me some sourdough. I like to eat things that that you can taste what they are. Like I don't like cheeses that are too mild. I like a sharp cheddar, or like a, something like that, or a Gouda. And the thing with sourdough, you can taste it. You can taste the bread a little bit, Like I love making like a nice sourdough sandwich, like a big one, dude. I'll make like some nice mustard with paprika. It's all in the mustard, man. A little garlic salt, pepper, paprika, mustard. Mix that puppy up. I start with the spicy mustard, then nice big piece of sourdough, ham, turkey, salami, lettuce, tomato, onions. I'll put a gang of that mustard sauce right on there too, like that. Yeah, and that's it, dude. Oh, and then I'll put some of those Clausen pickles on there too, the thinly sliced ones that crunch. They're like look like surfboards. I love that. Death Metal Hero. My girl's Flying Feline made blue corn tostadas last night and put pan crisp pulled pork on top. Holy shit. Mass, it was so good. Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds fire, dude. That sounds magnifico. Yeah, I love pork too, man. Pork is like the meat of the people now. Seems like everything's so damn expensive. I'm stocking up on bacon. They got the good deal over at the Costco where I'm at on bacon right now. It's the best for the buck. All the whole bacon industry, like since like the pandemic, they changed the weight on most bacon packages. Most of them now are 12 ounces for the same price. They used to be 16 ounces. So they're taking a quarter pound of bacon, dude. So I'm always looking at that, and Aldi, believe it or not, Aldi and Costco have the best bacon for the price right now. The best price points for 1 pound. They usually like $4 and like 30 cents to $4 and like 60 cents a pack. Because I could feed my whole family with one pack of bacon, with one pack of bacon for breakfast, Especially if we do if we just do, because I like bacon and eggs, man. I'll just have like 2 or 3 slices, with like 3. If it's sunny side up eggs, I can eat like 4 eggs. No, not sunny side up. Over easy. I like to bust that yolk open. That with some like apples, bro, or some strawberries in the morning. Yeah, man. Brian Kritzkow, sourdough is the shiznit. I make avocado toast with it every day. Yeah, it's the bomb, dude. I like my bacon though. I like my bacon. I love making my bacon. They had the at Costco, they had the sugar-free, low-sodium bacon for 1 pound, I think. 4 packs for like $17. I was like, okay, I'll fuck with that. And when you cook it, it shrinks up a little bit, but it tastes pretty good. Like they're both pretty good. Yeah. Definitely pretty good. Power of Grayskull. I might go watch this movie tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? No, today's Wednesday. I might go tomorrow. They got a $5 thing. $5 movie. And when I saw the movie the first time, it was in a hot theater, bro. I was that asshole that got up and I went to the lobby. And I told the little like Gen Z kid that was just sitting there on his phone. I was like, "Hey man, how's it going, brother? Do you think you guys could turn on the air conditioning? It's just really fucking hot in there, you know?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell my boss." I'm like, "Oh, okay, thanks, brother. I really appreciate it." Nothing happened though. And it's an old theater, man. I've been going there for like my whole life. I've seen like the Batman there and everything. And the theater was like one of the largest theaters in the world at one point. It had like, I can't remember how many seats in there. There used to be just 4 auditoriums. Now there's 16. But they put in some new recliners in that theater. Now the theater was massive. It had a ton of seats. Like I don't know how many hundreds of seats in there, but again, it was one of the biggest in the world at one point. And that's a fact. But they like cut it in half and turned it into like 2 auditoriums, I think now. And they put in some leather recliner seats, right? But the thing is, there's like a ramp in there. So when you're sitting there in the movie, you're sitting like to the side like that. You're not sitting flush. You're sitting to the side, and your feet are hanging down. So your spine's getting getting kind of tweaked a little bit, right? And then you're hot as fuck. Like the air conditioner's turned off, so you're like sweating. You're trying to enjoy Master of the Universe. So, like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to Theater 1 at Starlight Theater anymore. That shit was annoying. Death Metal Hero. My favorite breakfast is steak, fried eggs, sauteed mushrooms, and an avocado. Keeps me full all day. Yeah, you can totally like 100%, man. That sounds fire. I love avocado. It's like just straight butter. My neighbor Russ, man, he was an awesome guy. Yeah, God bless his soul. He passed away like a few months ago, but he had the biggest avocados I had ever fucking seen on his tree. And he would bring them over and you'd put them in cold storage. He's like, "Yeah, put them in your fridge. They'll be good for like 6 months. Just put them in cold storage." And sure enough, those things would last like forever. But they're like so big, dude. I'm like, are you putting roids in these things or what? These are like fucking about to pull out the power sword or something out of them, They're the biggest fucking avocados I ever seen in my. But yeah, so good. Sometimes I'd hear like someone knock on the door, and then I look and there's no one there, and then I'd see a grocery bag hanging on the side of the door handle, and sure enough, those were Russ's. Brought his avocados over, man. Good guy. We lost him too early. Let's see here. Death Metal Hero. Costco has some great avocados for the last few months. I bet your produce is pretty good over there too, man. You by counting you living in Florida and all. You get a lot of that good weather. That'd be nice to live over there, man. I'd like to go over to like Miami, bro, for a little bit. Not too long. Maybe go down there for like a little bit, get some of those fucking Cubanas, those big old Cuban tortas. That'd be fun. Just hang out over there, check out the beaches, get some drinks. Not too many drinks though. But that sounds fun. Like maybe Fort Lauderdale. That's hot and muggy as fuck. I always think of like Scarface and like Revenge of the Nerds too. You know, like I want to go there. Dexter, you know, just seems like yeah, I gotta try that out one of these days. I gotta go there. It's a pretty city for sure. Yeah, just something I'd like to, you know, I want to go to every city, man. I want to hit it all up. You know what I mean? You only live once. I gotta go back in and fix some of this, fix some of the blood spatter. So that another movie that's coming out next week is The Death of Robin Hood. That movie looks fucking sick. I don't know if you guys have been put up on that shit with Hugh Jackman playing Robin Hood and what's his name, Skarsgård's playing Little John. It's kind of more of the historical, kind of more accurate take on Robin Hood. I want to go check it out, man. It's from the director of Pig. And I hear like the action in there is pretty brutal. I think they filmed it in Ireland. But yeah, pretty much like from a lot of like historical documents, they came to the conclusion that for the most part, Robin Hood wasn't like that great of a guy. He was kind of stealing from the rich and kind of keeping the money for himself. He was just like a regular dude, you know. And back in the medieval times, it wasn't always knights. It was kind of people just surviving and kind of robbing their neighbors and shit. Stuff like that, you know. And so they're kind of doing a lot of that in this movie. And he didn't live in Nottingham. He was from Yorkshire, and he was a yeoman. A little bit different. And it's kind of like a job title, you know, like Robin Hood. It's not really yeah, not really a dude, as far as I know. But yeah, I want to see that movie, man. It looks brutal. Looks cool. I think it might be coming out on Friday. I was gonna watch Terrifier Part 3, but yeah, I'll hold off on that. Sometimes you gotta take a break and just do like play a video game or something, you know. Do something else. Got to get into that painting, man. The whole painting thing. Something telling me that's where it's at. Something telling me that's where it's at. Go watch that interview with J. Scott Campbell, dude, on was it the Inkpot podcast or whatever? It was a good one. Has some pretty insightful things to say about the business side of comic book art, you know. Obviously, it kind of it's kind of more aimed towards like seasoned pros, but there's still some takeaways in there, I guess. That one, and then a guy that did Crimson Fall, I think Derek Loffman, he's got an episode up too. I want to check that out. some ratchet teeth. Yeah, Leto, dude. he was fucking good in that movie, man. Yeah, he's really good. Surprisingly. All right. Fucking love these pins, man. I found a spot that has them, or I mean, I didn't find a spot. Amazon has them, dude. You can get 20 of them for like $20. So cool. Yeah. All right. The horns, the staff. That orb. I think Leto is perfect for villains. He's a better for the villain roles. Maybe not everything, but maybe not a leading man either. Maybe more of a supporting role or like a villain. I think he can do that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Hey, have a good one. I'll see you later, Omer. Have a great night, man. Right. I'm probably about to bounce here in a few minutes too. Gotta go run some errands. So glad I got to get on here and do a little bit of this. It's so fun. Okay. A little bit of horn action. Right. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it right there. I appreciate everybody that came on through and said what's up. I hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday. Go pick up some comic books. Support your local LCS if you can get one. That's cool. It's always cool to help those guys out. You never know. For all you comic book artists out there, you might be getting your books sold in there one day, hopefully. And as always, roll the bones to know your role, guys, and be brave. And I'll see you guys. See you guys next. Maybe I might try to get on tonight. If not, I should be on tomorrow morning. It just seems. I just seem. Just got to see what happens. You know, there's always so many things that I don't going on with the fam and appointments and all that stuff. You know, so I try to jump in there and do what I can. You know what I mean? But this piece is a little busy up here, but whatever. Wish I had a. Yeah. See, the thing is, you get into these modes where you want to color hold with gradients, but then you start hiding all the details. So it's like, it might be better just to do some flats on it someday, you know? Because I see all kinds of highly detailed art that you can't see what the fuck's going on, especially in the metal stuff, and I dig it, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for stopping by, Death Metal Hero. Hell yeah, brother. Go check out He-Man, dude. It's a fun movie, man. Don't miss it. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Have an awesome night. Peace.